Hayek didn't practice. Kelvin Joseph, no practice. Justin Reid, no practice. Deion Bush was out there practicing. Nazi practiced. And then Chris Jones got a little tweak to his shoulder, stinger type thing. So he came out for a little bit. Anyways, good work today. Guys are busting their tail, getting after it. Appreciate that. It's warm, so they're getting good heat work. With that, time's yours.
I know Isaiah spent a lot of time working on his receiving. What have you seen? Does he look like he's growing in that department?
Isaiah, yeah, he's doing a nice job. Yeah, he's good with all that. Protection's good there, no problem. Yep.
And thinking back to 2017, what went into the successful development of Pat Mahomes? And I know so many people are like, well, you sat him a year, but what was happening behind the scenes there?
Yeah, well, guy, he worked, and he worked with Mike Kafka. He worked with Matt Nagy. Alex was a big part of that. But the bottom line was he worked, and studied. So, yeah. And then he's got gifts too. Let me add that in there. Yeah. He's pretty gifted.
Was it picking that support staff? How important was that? Kafka and Nagy being the guys to help put him in success.
Yeah, those guys are very important. But yeah, you got to have good coaches, good players. Both are important. So yeah, those were important hires.
Andy, I know in a few weeks you're going to have a lot of difficult decisions, but particularly at wide receiver. But what are you looking for over the next month, and how difficult are some decisions are going to be?
Yeah, we tell the guys, make it as hard as you can on us when it comes to that time. Not everybody's going to make the team, but make it tough on us. And so they've got time to do that. With this schedule, that's one of the benefits. They have time to do that. Show us what you got. So, and they will be tough cuts.
Did you see much of a change in Drew Tranquil first year in camp to this year, sort of, having more command of the defense?
Yeah, he's very comfortable. I felt that way, though, towards the end of the year. I feel very comfortable with it. Well, we're working with his doctors, so it'll keep increasing as we go. I can't tell you exactly when and where it'll be live and all of that, but we'll just see how he continues to progress.
Nate asked about Drew. I was just curious what you guys feel like you have in Jack Cochran, especially with Bolton sort of out in the mix.
Yeah, Jack knows every position, every linebacker position. Probably knows every position, but he knows every position. Smart, athletic, and is a good commander out there. He gets everybody lined up, and you feel very secure with him in there.
You've been in camp for a while now. Do you feel that there's a little bit of a slump, and if so, how do you kind of work through, camp day after day after day?
Yeah, we give guys new stuff every day to work on, so try to stay out of that slump.
Just one observations of your new punter.
I like him. Just keep working. Consistency always as you go. But you can see it. He's booming the thing. Be curious to see in games. Let's see how he does there.
Coach, we saw your friend John Gruden in camp the last couple of days.
Yeah.
What are you and John talking about? What brought him to town?
Well, he loves football. So, and he and I go way back, 30 years. So we've known each other a long time. So it's good to get him up here. He's always got good input on things. Very smart, very good great football coach. So enjoy having him around. Great energy.
Andy, I know the long drive drill is sort of built to test guys to the limit as much as you can out here. Do you appreciate when things get a little more heated? Obviously, we saw a little skirmish today. Is that part of the design of it? And how much do you sort of want that but not want it to get overboard?
Yeah, I'm not into all the fighting, just play. Yeah. But things happen. Guys are getting tired of hitting each other, so yeah, it happens.
We'll go last three. Henry, Reid, and then Ben. Go ahead, Henry.
I know you build your offense carefully around your quarterback's skill set, but do you ever build your team's identity around Pat's personality, his fun-loving approach to practice, the sort of creative approach that he has?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because he wants new stuff, and so with that, you can build it around his personality there. Yeah. Yeah.
Coach, when I know you got cuts coming later, but when you start to get in your head as to what the numbers are going to be? I know last year you kept 7 receivers, you kept 9 or 10 offensive linemen. When
Probably by the second preseason game. Yeah.
Coach, do you have a playing time plan for Saturday yet?
No,
Jacksonville?
not yet. We'll get it to you though. Yeah.
Okay,
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. I mean, you were here last year, but multiple positions of training camp, but moving around a little bit to try and get a grasp for everything.
It's just been great, a long process. Definitely learning all the different spots, all the different positions, but it's definitely been great. Been getting a lot of help from the guys. Even since last year, been getting a lot of help from the older safeties, training at the nickel spot. So it's been great.
What is your comfort level specifically at that nickel spot?
I'm very comfortable at the nickel spot. Been playing it since high school. Just had to, get back into it, but I'm definitely very comfortable right there.
Chamarri, what about that position at nickel allows you to be a more impact player than maybe traditional safety?
I feel like the nickel spot in a lot of defenses is the playmaker spot, so a guy who can be very versatile, do a lot of different jobs. So I think that's a good spot for me.
How much easier is it now that you've got a little time under your belt, you've been in the scheme? Does this feel different, real different in camp now, being a little more advanced?
Yeah, it definitely feels different. Last year, coming out here playing against Pat, it was tough, all the motions, all the different things we do. This year, it definitely slowed down a lot, so, yeah.
What's impressed you most, Chamarri, about someone like Jaden Hicks so far?
Just his, he a big safety, his ability, just like I did last year, they got him wearing a lot of different hats, moving around, and he taking it all in, learning, so that's been great.
Is there a different mindset depending on the position you play, or does every position have the same mindset? Same approach?
I say they all have the same approach. I look at it just playing football, you have a different job, but I look at it as the same.
That was Trent's spot last year, that nickel spot. What's he shared with you? What has he talked to you about?
We've been talking even last year, sitting next to each other in the meeting rooms, just watching film. If I got a question, I'll tap him, ask him how he feel about it, what he think about this play or whatnot. But he's definitely been helping me every day. We go back and forth, asking each other how we feel about plays, so it's been great to have him.
How challenging has it been going against some of these speedy wide receivers out here in camp?
It's very challenging, but it's great practice, great work going against these guys to get ready for the season, so I'm loving it.
Do you think Trent set that bar high with what a nickel could do with this defense from last year?
Yeah, he definitely did, and I'm just, stepping in, trying to step up and make some plays.
I'm afraid last year's postseason run for you, Chamarri, sort of set you up for this season, and did you feel like you needed to have the confidence, obviously going from year 1 to year 2?
Yeah, I say I definitely needed that. It was a great postseason. I definitely think it helped me a lot, being able to get all those plays under my belt and playing those big-time games. So, yeah, it definitely helped me, help my confidence.
Is there a favorite moment you have of last year's postseason run for yourself?
I would say winning the Super Bowl. So.
Me? Okay. Y'all have some loyal fans. They're out there. They're still screaming. Practice is done. Just talk about, what this atmosphere and what their loyalty means to you.
It means everything to us. We got great fans. They show up every day. They out there cheering. We come out. We walking down the hill. They cheering for us. So it's definitely a great feeling. It gives you that real sense of the season is near. So it's definitely great.
You said you played nickel in high school. Not a lot of guys, I think, are pigeonholed into one role in high school. Is that just because you rotated in there, or did you specifically play the nickel in high school?
I specifically played nickel. I still moved around, still had different jobs, safety, corner, but yeah, I played a lot of nickel.
Okay, so you're getting recruited. You're as a nickel at that time, mostly.
I was recruited as a nickel and a safety. Yeah.
I think it was a week ago, Andy said that what stands about Trent is that he's always on balance. What does that mean to you as a quarterback, and how do you see that in Trent's game?
You said
He's always on balance, I think. It's sort of like.
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a very technical corner. He got a lot of different things that he can do. He plays a lot of great man coverage. You know, I love just watching his feet and how calm his feet is in his reps for sure.
We'll go a couple more. Nate. Wrap it up with Nate.
What is Steve telling you? What is Steve trying to challenge you at this point in camp so far?
You know, he just pushing me every day. Still learning every day. You know, still learning in the meeting room every day. But as far as on the field, he's still pushing me. Go hard, run back to the huddle. Just pushing me on me, making sure I'm doing my job, and just continuing to coach me.
Perfect. Thank you, Mark.
All right, thank you.
So, how did you stay on top of your game last year when you're not playing?
Just continuing to punt, continuing to try and mentally make it a game-like situation, keep mind sharp, fitness, lifting weights, running, stuff like that.
In your hometown?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Did you anticipate that you'd have another opportunity at some point in the NFL?
There were times that I didn't, and there were times that I did. It honestly kept going back and forth in my mind. But yeah, there was a lot of moments where I thought it was over, so I'm incredibly grateful to be here.
I mean, as everything's going on, is football still on your mind much, or do you just have so much else to concentrate that you're not thinking
No,
about
for
it?
sure. I mean, I love football. I love being out here, so it was on my mind a lot. It was tough to watch Sundays, for sure. Really tough.
When you were available, obviously you ended up in Kansas City. What was attractive about Kansas City that made you pick here?
I mean, where else would you want to be? Honestly, that's what it comes down to. There's no other place I'd rather be.
How has it been working with Dave Choate and his guidance?
Great. I have 2 veteran specialists and 2 veteran special teams coaches, so I can trust everything they say. I feel like they're doing a great job preparing me, going through all the different situations. I mean, we've had some crazy high-level conversations, and I love it.
Feel any pressure? You mentioned going, it's great to be here, but the high expectations on the students. Is that any pressure to you?
There's always pressure. This is the NFL. Everyone's expected to play at a certain level, but I love it. I think that's the best part of it.
You get a lot of conversation. Like, do you have a plan? Does Harrison have a certain way he likes things?
Yeah, he does. He makes certain adjustments, and we've gone through everything, and we rep it out a lot. It's honestly just reps. We've got a ton of practice at it back in OTAs here, so feeling real confident about that.
Did you hold in college?
I didn't. I kicked in college, so can't hold for yourself.
Right. That's right.
Other opportunities, like besides the Chiefs, were there other interest camps you could have gone to?
There was some interest, but I was very happy coming here. It was a done deal.
Not being a lefty punter, I know Coach Toad spoke a little bit about that actually played into the decisions to go with you here. I'm just curious, do you feel like it gives you an advantage that you're lefty?
Yes. I've punted with a lot of guys in the NFL. A lot of guys come to San Diego during the offseason and train. And the one thing I think I have over everyone is how much my punts move. I've caused a ton of drops here. And I'm looking to see that on Sundays. I think that would be great. Someone muffs a punt. That is a huge game-changing play. So, yeah, that definitely does go up being a lefty.
Is it just the natural way you kick, or is that something kind of special you intentionally try to do?
Being a lefty, the ball rotates a different way. And so especially when the ball starts moving, it'll tail at the last second. And guys who aren't used to lefties, sometimes they're not even close to it. They're like 5 yards away.
Is that what the returners have told you? Nicole and those guys are back there returning kicks?
They have told me that, but I mean, you can see it when they kind of give up on it.
Matt, how do you think you have been punting this camp, and how do you like the nickname Punt God?
I mean, not my favorite thing, but I feel like I've been punting really well. I've continued to grow. That's probably my favorite part is day one here versus now. I'm continuing to get better, so I'm looking forward to that, just continued growth.
When did you catch that nickname? How long ago?
I think in college, yeah, halfway through my senior year or something.
Now, when you go through the process of all that stuff, was there ever a hope that maybe Buffalo would have stuck with you, or is that more so now just in the rearview mirror?
Yeah, rear view mirror. But there was a hope at the time, but like I said, I couldn't be happier with life right now. On the field, off the field, everything's going exactly how I want it to.
What makes you say that?
Just happy and grateful. Maybe it's perspective being away from the game, but just incredibly grateful to be here.
The way things go, a lot of times fans read the first headline, but maybe not the latest headlines. I guess what do you want fans to know about you personally?
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I think if you do your own research, I think you can come to a pretty clear conclusion.
Matt, sorry, one more about punting. NFL punters have gotten really good at just about everything, getting inside the 10, and like how many different, for lack of a term, clubs do you have in your bag? How many different punts are there? Like whether you got a coffin corner one or different, like how many different little styles do you have that you can go to depending upon what you need?
You're right. I think people do not talk about that often. This is so clearly the golden generation of punting. I mean, punting has evolved so much. You compare all of us to 20 years ago, it's night and day. To me, I think my strength is power and consistency. So I don't care to get into all those fancy punts. I don't think I need them. I think if I hit a deep, high ball with good direction, just do that as much as you can.
Has there been an NFL punter over the last few years where you look at and you say that's kind of a guy that I punt like? Is there a guy you kind of compare yourself to in that regard?
A guy that I punt like? No, I think I take little bits from everyone, especially in college. I would watch a ton of film on the pros and compare their swings to mine. But at this point, I'm trying to be myself. There's not really anyone I compare myself to or try and copy.
Matt, I don't know how much you visualize or thought ahead, but Sunday you'll be in uniform. You'll be on an NFL field. What will that moment mean to you, and how much have you thought about that potential chance of showing your talent, obviously given the circumstances?
It's going to be pretty surreal. Definitely going to take it all in. Like I said, just grateful for the opportunity and grateful to get back to that moment, because that's my favorite thing is being out there in a pressure situation, in a game with a rush, pads on, everything. I think that's when I'm at my best, so I can't wait to get back out there.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Thank you, guys.